Hello, ladies. Give me 1 second. My camera wasn't working. I gotta go give Susan a link. I didn't know if this was going to happen. Give me 1 second. And there we go. Huh. Let me clean up everything here on my computer. Yeah, for whatever reason. Oh, there's Susan. Susan, get over here. Ah, it took me a pretty minute to try and get. I don't know what was going on. The computer it was saying I didn't have a camera. Then it said I didn't have a Logitech camera. Then it said this. Then it said that. So
I see how you are.
so I just did what my husband always says: something electrical or electronic, turn it off, turn it on. So that's what I did, and then it recognized my camera. Very, very strange. Okay, so we're here. Disaster averted. Hello, everybody. Hey, Miss Piggy.
Oh, sorry. My whole day.
Oh, no. You too, huh?
I'm so glad I don't use a laptop anymore because my camera would come on.
Well, I had the opposite. Mine wouldn't come on. Oh, let me put this tape on so I at least have a halfway clean top up here. I was busy doing a lot of dirty stuff yesterday, and I didn't have time to clean it up. I'm still doing dirty stuff today. How's everybody doing? Besides Susan. We know she's having a crappy day.
She's having a crappy day. Looks like Janice had to be woke up.
Uh-oh. Well, you have some happy news to report. Or do you still have happy news?
No, I don't. I'm canceling it. I'm not ready.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me finish putting this on. I don't know about you guys. It's still stinking hot here. We're going to have fall. What, next week? This week? Is it this week?
I kind of like the back better.
The what?
The back.
The back. What does that mean?
On that you had written on your table.
I think that got thrown away already. I have to take off layers every so often or it starts getting bumpy.
Kind of made me feel like I needed to make a raggedy book or something.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up. Who's here? Everybody's here. Yay.
Who else is here? Say it.
Yeah, who else?
Say it.
Well, I don't know. I don't like the pressure. What? Who? I don't know. What do you want me to say? I feel so much pressure.
Jennifer's feeling better because there's no more strange men in her apartment. Okay.
Ooh, well.
Some people would like that.
I know. Stranger the better. Holy moly. Okay, ladies. Thank you for your indulgence. Oh, boy. Put that over there.
Don't give it up, Elvis.
Don't give it up, Elvis. What's she giving up?
Don't let them have it.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound right.
Donna said it was 40 degrees in her house on Monday.
Are you sure that is Canadian or who are we
Geneva?
Who are we talking about?
Rosemary didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what I was supposed to say?
Hey, Janice. Hey, Donna. Hello, Lana.
I can't keep.
Hey, Amy. Wow, Amy's out.
Amy's out. Is it
hey,
dark?
Linda.
Is it dark yet in Nevada?
Lucy, Jennifer.
Maybe she just turned the lights out.
I know. I was so glad to get out of the 90s too, Lana. Music sucked. Hey. Hey, Dixie Doodle.
Put something cute.
Elvis. Calico Kate. Bonsoir, Janine.
Oh, Kelly.
Artie Dar. With all your spooky, creepy stuff. Cherry. Hey, that's... Did you see the lady in the group? Is it Melody or... that put real cannon stuff on
Oh,
her?
yeah, that was Melody. Yeah. Yeah, she's a clever gal. Well, that's kind of what you were talking about, right? Putting a can on a can or something like that.
Look at Elvis.
What is she doing now?
Hi, Linda. Amy said it's still light outside. She put on her sunglasses and shut off the lights just to be here to see your live.
Oh, okay. I thought she might have turned. I thought for sure the lights. I wasn't too sure about the sunglasses, but that's a good backup system. Double whammy.
Pinky's here early.
Wow, what's going on? What is going on with all these people?
My day was so bad I went to the vet and didn't have an appointment.
And you didn't take the dog, right?
No, I did take the dog and had to upset the other dog, and then I get there and I don't even have an appointment.
Oh no, that is a bad day.
Until tomorrow.
Oh no, you got to do it all over
I
again.
know.
Oh,
Piss me
and
off.
take the trash out. Oh my God.
No, I ain't taking no trash out. I ain't got no trash to take out.
Okay, good. We only had half the thing, but Richard decided to take it out anyway because it's too hot. He doesn't want it to get stinky. He said it might evaporate. I told him it may not even stink. It'll just dissolve.
I put Stinky in the freezer.
Oh dear.
I keep a gallon zipper freezer bag.
Uh-huh.
And if I cut onions or cut vegetables or cut anything, I put it all in that baggie in the freezer.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah.
How much is that baggie in the freezer? I like that.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, I like that. Where am I going to put this out of the way? Oh my gosh. I really wish, I keep saying this, you guys are tired of hearing me say it. I wish I had somebody that could come in here and just do the one thing and know what I want and get it done for me as far as cleaning up and organizing.
Was the person dead yet, Lucy?
Oh my God.
She said she went to a funeral once and she was a week early.
Oh my goodness. I don't want her around me. Whew. That's scary.
No, you don't need no psych. Oh, thank you. No psychic.
Oh, and guess what I got today, Terry?
Sure. Is that what that was?
Woohoo! Shakalaka. My husband brings it in. He goes, whatever's in here, it broke. I go, oh no. I could think, what did I order that could have broke? It was all the seeds in there. He thought some glass had broken. I think it broke. I go, oh no. For those of you, let me go get it. For those of you that do not know or are not around the yucca plant, but this is what he heard when he brought it in. Oh no! Now they're falling out. He goes, it broke, Rosemary. You're probably gonna have to get your money back. I go, what? What did I get? Uh-oh, here you go. I gotta pick up all these. See what a goof is. Why did I do that? Just for special effects. Just for you guys. Another mess I have to clean up for you guys.
Hey, Adria.
Moly. Oh my gosh.
Is it supposed to look broken?
And now I'm supposed. So now, well, these are all the seeds out of the pods. So
Oh,
yeah. So let me get all this off my lap that fell on my lap.
she gave a warning last week.
That's right. Well, my husband didn't hear the warning.
Oh,
That was the problem. I forgot to warn him. But anyway, now how am I going to open? Oh dear. Hold on, people. I created a situation for myself because I don't want all these seeds on my lap. Hold on.
he put it in a box.
It's in a box, but then he put a bag over it after I opened it and then turned it upside down. Why? I don't know. He thought he was helping. Obviously, he was not. So, okay, so now, these are some of the seeds I've got out. Let me put them in here. Stay organized, Rosemary.
Are you gonna plant them?
No. I'm going to see if I'm able to extract it. Oh my gosh, I just looked on the floor. Oh my gosh. Oh, where is the wand when you need it? Okay, never mind. Next. Oh my god. Okay, this is what the pods look like after they're all dried. And this is what the pods look like before all the seeds come out.
You made Janice leave. She needs meds.
And those are biggies. Those are big ones. And here's some little smaller ones. Kind of, my camera, it's, I don't know. I have it where it's not supposed to automatically change the colors, but it still does. See, it's focusing too much on the black. So it's affecting the light. Anyway. Oh, there's all kinds of shapes. Look at these cute things. Look at that. When they're cracked open. These are nature shakers. Okay, so if you look at this, oh my god. Look how cool that is. It's got all the little pods in there.
So are the seeds something you would want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for me personally, yes.
I don't know. That's like getting a package from Johnny. That's all I gotta say.
Now, see, this one isn't quite all the way open. All those seeds are in there. There must be like 100 seeds in there. They're all lined up real. Looks like a membrane. Oh, dear. I don't want to pop it because then it'll go flying in the air. I'm trying to open it slowly.
Is that what's in a rain stick, Pinky? Those are cool.
There you go. Look. Huh?
Hey Pam. Hey Ashley.
Look.
What is it?
Cool. Those are all those seeds, but they're lined up like in a row, like they're,
You know what makes them really cool seeds?
like they're in a canoe, huh?
Then you can make necklaces out of them, and they look really cool.
Yeah.
A mimosa tree.
Oh, really? Oh. Those what are they called? Harvest? No, they're not called harvest. It's a certain type of corn that comes in all these beautiful rainbow colors. Those make really cool necklaces.
That is cornucopia.
No. I like that.
My mom always pulled that stuff out in the fall.
What's
I think it is harvest corn.
Cornucopia.
Hard to eat.
I'm sorry. That made me giggle. That was a good one. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Now if you find the ones like at florist shops or places where you can get dried flowers, they're a little washed up, they're a little cleaner, or they put them in bleach. I don't know what. They're a lot lighter. They might get them before they start getting real dark. I'm not sure what. But anyway, they cost a lot, when you get them with the stem and all that kind of stuff. Or do they put them on a stem? I can't remember now. I think they put them on a stem. But anyway, they can be pricey when they're in arrangements. But anyway, so this will be fun on my quest. Yay! Now I gotta find a little baggie to put this in before it goes everywhere. Oh my gosh, got the stuff on the floor. What are you doing, Rosemary? What a mess. I have a giant bag. I think I'll put most of them in there because it'll all start falling out. Can you see? You see it there? They look like black beans.
Hey, Amber. No, that looks like too big of a mess for me.
It is a mess, but it's not like a dirty mess. You know what I mean? It isn't like you're gonna get yourself all colors and that kind of a mess. It's just a little. I like
Hey,
these kind of messes.
hey, Gail. Indian corn. Kathy called it Indian corn.
Oh, that might be it. Is that all those weird colors or not? I'm not talking the one that's just got, a little bit of yellow and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. These look like Prismacolor pencils.
Yeah, but that's the copia.
It still makes me laugh. That's the copia. Okay. But I remember when I in California, one of my little friends had, the parents had a farm, and they would plant a row of that corn, and then they would teach us to dry it, and we would make necklaces and earrings. But if you do that, make sure it's completely dry, and then you seal it with something, because if you don't, you're going to get little worms on your neck because something uses it as their home. And hello. They spring out of there very quickly with the heat from your neck. That was not fun. Okay, so there you go. It's all in the giant bag. Now I won't lose all the pieces parts. Thank you, Terry. More work for me to do. Okay. Enough of that nonsense. Let's see. What can we get serious about? So I put these together, you guys. Get that out of the way. So what I ended up doing when I sell them, I'm going to also give some of these little, what do you call these things? You know what they are. In case that's the way you want to keep them together. I personally just like it with the string. Why? I don't know. I think it looks to me more vintagey than this sticking on there, but that's just me. It may not be everybody's taste. But I think they came out kind of cute. So those that paper that I put the gesso on, I just sewed a little bit of the
Thank
fabric
you. Shut your door, please.
for little tabs, and then
She don't need to come in there.
so that the string won't tear that. I just reinforced it with a little bit of craft paper, like a little reinforcer. I didn't want like it to be nice and round and cute. I wanted it to look farmy.
Farmy.
Farmy. I have to glue something on there, but I put the index cards on a little piece of the paper to extend them over so they'd actually be able to stick out. They were way too short. They were like 3 inches, 2.5 inches too short. And then to cover up the seam, on some of the sides, I put a little strip of fabric. And there's still plenty of room for you to glue or paint or write or whatever.
Hey, Ann.
Hi, Anne. And then some of the pages that was just leftover scrapbook paper, I just sewed on the machine on the edge, and so on every single page I put the little reinforcer because I wanted to use the string. The string would probably cut through the paper a lot more quicker than this would. So this could make it stable. And the string that I used, it's wax linen, so the wax allows it to freely move back and forth instead of getting stuck.
Nice.
Because at first I tried to do it with,
Hey, Nancy.
hey, Nancy.
It lays flat better with the ring or the string or the whatever instead of
Yeah,
binding it.
I
That's
had it. I had it with this earlier, and when you open it up, you know how it is. It lands on this little hard spot right there, and it's kind of like a bump.
yeah.
So, and then these are the little folders that was in the kit itself. And so here I just put a little piece of fabric on that one. Same here with this one. Just put a little piece of fabric on there. So when it sticks out, it looks kind of cute.
Be good for recipes.
There's another little one. And then some of these, what I did is I just folded them in half and sewed them up just to give them a little extra strength because this is just printer paper, and that allows the strength to be there. I didn't necessarily have to put a reinforcer because the sewing along the edge will stop any tearing. Uh-oh! I didn't catch that one. I have to retie that. I thought I double checked and I didn't. Well, I did, but I missed it.
Very cool.
And that one too. Look, I missed two.
Oh no.
Well, you can see I didn't double check, right? And then there's the back. And there's the inside of the back. But I think they came out kind of cute. I like
Yep.
it.
I like the raffia. Is that raffia on there? or no?
On this one, this
Yeah.
one's raffia, yeah. And this one is just some kind of twine. And I initially bound this with twine, and it was, it was like,
Resistant.
yeah. So I go, oh man. Then I said, wait a minute. So then I used the wax linen, and it just moves really super easy. And this is the same, pretty much the same.
Elvis said it's nice and chunky.
It is. Anything from the farm should be a little chunky.
Hey, Tamara.
Hey, Tamara. So anyway, so those are done. And those will probably, maybe by tomorrow, I'll have those in the shop. So that's that. And then, did I do anything? No, I didn't do anything more with this. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to put in here.
Wow, Nancy.
What'd she do?
She had a left hip replacement last Monday, already driving and have gone from walker to cane. Recovery has been amazing.
Whoa.
Very nice.
That's good to hear. That's not always the way
Yes.
it goes.
Thank you for telling a success story, because people always go, oh, I had the worst hip replacement when I had my baby, and they replaced my hip at the same time, and I was in labor for 40 hours. And you never hear about good, it was a good surgery. Well, I don't know. Leslie was all happy that hers fixed her problem.
Yeah.
So Leslie had success. It took 5 times, but she had success.
Yeah, just like it took 5 times for them to have success with her husband, right?
Yeah.
So those of you that weren't with us last week, and I don't know who you are, but we made this little accordion book that went inside of here, and all these pictures.
No, that's an egg accordion.
Accordion, sorry.
Yeah.
All the pictures came from this book, Farm Boy. And so we kind of did a little chronicle here of the family life of the farm boy, and did it as they grew older and had their children, and then showed those were his parents. I don't know if they ever showed. I think the only picture they had of her family, to tell you the truth, was the wedding picture, because there was 2 people on her side. But other than that, they did not include the in-laws. Let me tell you.
No, because they lived on the West Coast.
They were in the city, and this is called Farm Boy. Hi, Vicki. Good to see you.
Elisa sent me a thing for I think they were having an estate sale or something of some guy in Austin. I can't remember. He was known for something, but he had, his house was very eclectic, but he had this giant Navajo boy hanging on his wall. And a big old Ken doll collection.
Oh my God. I guess he was into boys.
I guess so.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Bye, Amber. Thanks for coming in.
Don't work too hard unless they give you a raise.
That's right.
What else did I want to point out? I have not, because I've been quite busy, I have not put this together yet, but I will be putting, whoops, there's 2 different ones. Yeah. I will be putting this together eventually. This one came out pretty cute too. So that will be something else that we end up putting together, or I will. Oh, let's see. What I wanted to do because I never did do it. I want to stamp a few of these stamps and maybe on some tags or something, and then stick them in the journal because I think these are kind of cute looking, and I think we should. What is that? Let's see.
I think you should.
So this one's that right there. They're still kind of in the same order that they're supposed to be. So
Does it matter?
what's that? I can see what they look like
Oh,
before I.
it's kind of like the candy box.
Yeah, exactly. Except there's no bit and pieces parts here. They're all intact. All right, let's see now.
If you just bite the bottom corner, nobody knows the difference.
Well, that really never bothered me because I don't like candy with filling. So I let the whole family just fight over all that stuff, and I just had nothing to do with it. Let me get my.
I just like the ones that look like bumpy chocolate because they're probably just chocolate and nuts.
Oh yeah.
But all that, yeah.
Let's see what colors I want to use.
That caramel inside and that chocolate moussey. Yeah, I don't like that.
And as we go through these, I'm going to see which ones don't even have ink anymore. Because I noticed that there's no ink, and then when I go to clean up, I just put everything away and forget which one, and I'm too lazy to check out the ink. But I know some of those are pretty dry, so we'll figure that out together. And we'll stamp on here. Let me go get some tags.
Elvis is looking for a chicken wire stamp or at least a chain link fence stamp. She hasn't found it yet. She's being picky.
I know. What is this over here? I forget if it's a fence, a cone. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Oh, this is a barbed wire fence. No, not barbed wire. The other kind. Chicken wire fence. And then something to stamp with. Okay. Out of the way. Out of the way, everybody. Out of the pool. So I need to, because these are brand new, I need to stamp them off on something else. Let me stamp them off on a good piece of paper. That way, if they come out okay, I can use them on something else to play with. So I guess we can just try them all once at least, see which one we like the best. Excuse me. I sure hope I'm not allergic to yucca.
Well, that didn't work. I tried to post a link to a stamp, and it says, "Look what I found on Etsy." Oh, Nancy said she's contributing her recovery to the Klondike bars.
Oh, wow.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oops, I think this might be a dry one.
Oh, no.
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, that link. Hey, Hassan.
Hey, Hassan.
Elvis, I just went into Google and put chicken wire rubber stamp, and a whole bunch of them came up in Google.
Okay.
Probably Pinky.
Oh, look how cute.
What is it? A seal of approval?
Hen party post.
Oh.
Hen party. Hen party. Let's do one more. Let's do 2 of each and see if we like them to put in the little journal. And then maybe put a little piece of fabric down here, maybe to make it kind of a little more cute. A little more cute.
No.
Yes. It needs to be cute. All right, let's see what this looks like.
Hey,
Right
Kathy.
there.
Look at Kathy D. Hey, Hassan. Kathy D was traveling last week. She had the traveler's blues.
Hi, kitty kitty. Hello. Hello. You talk to me. Hello. Hello. He likes me. Mikey likes me. Okay, you can get lost now.
Yeah. Lucy said, put a postage stamp on the tag and stamp over the top of with the postmark stamp. Hey, Clint.
I can do that. Oh, look at the chickie. Or is that a rooster? I don't know.
It is a real cat, Gail, unfortunately.
We have a relationship. I let him meow. Popo doesn't.
No. Oh my gosh, like today, I was presenting in a meeting, and here he comes in the back door, around through the kitchen, through the office, right behind me, going, meow, meow. I'm like, dude, you cannot do that. I can't mute. How you doing, Clint?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's all night long, Donna, Lana. He's just started doing that like 4 or 5 months.
He says, hey, I want to be famous on YouTube.
Yeah.
You need to do a short. Now that's all YouTube wants. If you want to fit into the algorithm, you want anybody to see who you are, you have to post shorts. Or else you're knocked out of the loop. So if So if you were to do a couple of shorts with him, I think he'd go viral. Yeah, YouTube, they literally sent out a memo. Short form is, if you want to be successful with your YouTube channel, you better do shorts or you're fried.
If you want to make money, I saw Mary post that.
Yeah. It's do or die time.
I love the who is it I watch on shorts? The Brazilian couple.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a husband and wife, and they'll just dance.
Ooh, from my kitchen to yours. How cute is that?
That is cute.
I like it.
I like it.
I guess I probably shouldn't put that with the chicken, huh?
Lucy said it's because the younger generation has a short attention span.
Yeah, because their competition is TikTok, and TikTok is short. TikTok is over.
Yeah.
So, So that's what they're competing with. They want to get those people back. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little stamp.
Hey, Genevieve,
Oh,
bon.
no.
She says, yeah, that's true. Great way to promote what you have in your Etsy shop.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, what was it, this year or last year? Time goes by so fast. Etsy gave you that option to put a video with your listing directly through them. And I forget, it has to be a certain size. I forget what that size is. But they did that too.
But they also cross over to Facebook, right?
Who? Etsy?
The shorts.
I don't know that much about them, to tell you the truth.
Well, somebody shorts, because they have shorts all over Facebook. You'll be like scrolling through, and then you'll see like a whole little line across of different shorts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Just like, yeah, I would assume so.
I'm going to do a short of these people delivering my furniture.
You didn't tell everybody, or did you post it already?
No, I don't. I don't post my business out there like that.
Oh, I gotta put that on the from my kitchen. That's cute.
So every single piece of furniture that we ordered is now all gonna come at the same time. And I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's her new complaint. I'm not ready. I've only had a year to get ready for this. Give me a little more time.
Well, but I couldn't get rid of our dining room table and chairs.
I know.
And I have to go get a wireless cable box. I have to go get the mount to put it on the wall, because now I have to move where my TV is. Yeah, short on how long it took. Exactly. Poor Charlie. He's always in trouble.
Poor Charlie. Poor Charlie.
Because he don't like nobody to look at him.
Is he ugly?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's got bug eyes and a pointed nose.
Okay. How come that does not look as dark as the others? And
I tell you what, the English people, they have got their stuff together.
Really?
That 7-hour funeral procession or whatever it was for miles and miles, poor King Charles doing all that walking. Every one of those people were in step. They were in line. They lifted that casket, and all of a sudden they're like arm in arm with the casket up on their shoulders. And I mean, they didn't miss a step the whole way.
Well, they didn't want to be court-martialed. You'd do it too.
And then I don't know if it was a priest or what dropped a piece of paper in the church.
Oh, look at that handsome rooster.
It was, Lucy. Oh, I like that. It's a vein, a weather vane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm. I think I put my air conditioning up too high. It's getting hot in here. Well, he called about 3, maybe 4 different plumbers to give us a bid to replace our tub.
Oh.
And each one that said they'll call back for set up an appointment to look at it. Nobody's called back.
Are you going through Angie's list?
So no. So these are people that friends have dealt with, so they recommended them. They had, they were pleased with their work. But nowadays it's like, if it's not a gigantic job, they really don't have time for you. They figure, okay, how much money are we going to make? No, we better take this other job instead. So my husband and I were in there going, okay, can we or can't we?
Oh, no.
Can we or can't we? That's the question. Between his shoulder and my knee, who knows? Maybe with the two of us, we got a whole person.
Oh, I missed that, Artie Dar. I take it you're not getting a new tub.
Yeah.
Well, then, where you buy it from should install it.
No, they don't.
Well, they do at Lowe's and Home Depot.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Hello.
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 There you go. You could get Aunt Beck to come do it. I think she even did a short on it.
See, because we could, we don't have no trouble with the tear out and all that stuff. And even the finish work, we have no problem with. It's the literal installing of the tub, because it's pretty heavy,
Yeah, they do it there.
And
they'll even come change your toilet for you.
Yeah. Ooh, these are cute little guys. I miss my little chickens around here.
Aww.
They're a pain in the butt because he pooped everywhere, but they were kind of cute. I like the sound of little gurgles and little.
Well, get you some.
No, I don't want to take care of them. I don't want to watch my dogs kill them. No, no, and no.
And they stink.
It just ain't gonna happen. Yeah, they just visited. They're like grandchildren. They can come and visit, but I don't want them here full time. Don't want to change your diaper every day, feed them every day. Just come over, eat some bugs, and go home. That's all I want from you.
Kind of like grandkids, huh?
Yep. Okay. What does that say? Oh, ingredient. Oh, a recipe for ingredients. A recipe for ingredients. What does that mean?
A recipe for ingredients.
Yeah.
Is it on one stamp?
Yeah. Am I missing something? I must be.
I don't know what that means.
I don't get it. Oh, I do get it now.
You stamp it on your recipe card.
Yeah, it's a semicolon or a colon, or what is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's two dots, it's a colon. If it's a dot and a comma, it's a semicolon.
Yeah, I think it's there you go. See, so a recipe for, and then you write what it is, and then ingredients, and you write your whole list. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it now. I'm a little slow sometimes.
A recipe for ingredients.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty lame. How about if I put it this way?
There you go.
You can write little ingredients on there. Oh, very good. Hey, I'm waking up. I gotta go over to the thermostat. I'm getting overheated. Yay!
Is it cold or hot?
It's hot in here.
Oh.
Oh, and it just went on. See, that's how hot it was. It just went on. Woo! Okay, I'll leave it alone for now. All right. Now, I got this big old giant guy. Do I have to get a different one? Yeah, he doesn't fit on there. Let me do the ones I can use this one on first.
Maybe that's foghorn leghorn.
I do believe. Ooh, this guy looks serious.
He's a fancy chicken of the...
He is. He's got one
Yeah.
of those little fancy butts and the fancy little fluffy stuff on his feet. He's just plain fluffy. Just plain fluffy.
Oh, Nancy said it's going to be 37 Friday night, and that's Fahrenheit.
Whoa. I have to step into my refrigerator to get that around here.
All I know is they must have they had a plumber go out into the Atlantic Ocean down there and unclog the hurricanes, because now they're all just like, here we are.
Well, if you were watching Ryan like 3 months ago, Ryan, y'all, that's exactly what he said was going to happen. He says you're going to be all in a lull thinking, oh, hurricane season's over. He says, and then bam! Bam! You're going to get it all.
I like Hawaiian chicken, Jennifer. She said chickens make her think of Hawaii.
How come?
I would think feral cats, but chickens?
Why do you think of feral cats?
Because they eat them.
Who does?
The Filipinos.
Oh, gosh, Oh, my God, I'm sorry.
I saw it.
Shut up, Rosemary. No, I'm not saying nothing.
I saw it.
It's okay. You saw it. I lived there. Okay?
Fiona is... Oh, yeah, she is. I know, Anne. I'm so glad I'm not in Nova Scotia. I've been wanting to go, but since Fiona's going, I'm going to let her have this year.
Let her have first seat, huh?
She said there are just chickens running wild everywhere. Feral chickens on the island of Kauai. On the beach, everywhere.
Ooh, look how cute. Alrighty. Next. Let's see. I haven't done this one. The poultry party post. I don't know what that's about. We shall see.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Janine, are you going to get any of that storm? Fiona?
Mm-mm. This is the problem with those storms. Sometimes they go out and then they come back in even stronger.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
That's like Harvey. That's what Harvey did. Harvey came on and went in a circle and went out and came back in and went in a circle and went out and came back in, and the whole freaking town flooded.
How rude.
Oh, she's way up north in New Brunswick. No Fiona for her. Good.
Yay. Oh, this is not printing well at all. Let me try another. Maybe it's that. Let's see. This one looks in worse shape. But let's try it anyway. Looks can be deceiving.
You know, I didn't even consider that when I was planning my retirement to Nova Scotia.
I don't like how this is printing. There's just, I don't like it.
Uh-oh, poor Anne with the E. She's going to get it
Oh no, when?
in PEI.
PEI.
Prince Edward Island.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant. My geography ignorance is showing. Well, I don't like that stamp because it's like, I don't like it. I mean, I don't like how it prints, let's put it that way. Let me use a newer pad, see if it makes any difference.
So, like, if it was called Prince Philip Island, and now Prince Charles Island, and now would it change to King Edward Island?
There would have to be a declaration first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How come, Lucy? Is it bad to live in Nova Scotia?
A little bit better. Let's see. Let's see what we can do.
Jennifer said they're beautiful chickens.
She's still in live chat?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Ta-da! It looks better with the newer ink. Maybe that's the problem. It needed fresh ink to print properly. Print properly. Yay! Okay, we're on a roll now.
That's what I heard. Anna's very beautiful.
We were looking at these properties all over the place that have historical homes, and you know, some obviously were extremely expensive, and then others, they were like ridiculously cheap. So I told my husband, well, you know, there's a reason, I just don't know what it is. So we started looking up the towns that the ridiculously cheap ones were in, and you know, the closest town was like 2 hours away. It was like in the middle of nowhere. But if that's what you like to do, oh man, there's some beautiful stuff out there.
Oh, yeah. For cheap.
Yep. recipes. Oh, maybe that fit's going that way. Oh, it does. Okay, I don't know. I should have put recipes and then that other little one on there. Ingredientos. Let's try that. Let's see. Let's do two together. See what happens. Ah, Susan, you're slipping.
What did I do?
It's one after.
Oh, sorry.
I'm surprised they didn't start yakking at you.
I was watching you. Nobody else caught it either. Where's Lana?
They're just waiting for me to make a mistake.
Hey, Janice. Hey, Lana. Hey, oh no, that's not Lana. That's Donna. See, they pulled a funny on me. Hey, Lori. Hey, Linda. Hey, Jean. Hey, Gail. Hey, Elvis. Hey, Lana. There she is. Hey, Pinky. Hey, Nancy.
They're all
look at Ardidar. Hey, 1 minute later. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Joy. Hey, Ann. Hey, Adria. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Allie. How are you? Hey, Janine. Hey, Janet Vishabom. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Pam.
Yay, those are cute too.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Amy. You can take your sunglasses off now. Where is... Let me see who's missing.
Uh-oh. Who's in trouble now?
Oh, there's Kathy D. I got her. Roll call. That's right. Okay, Jennifer put one of her chicken pictures that she took in Kauai in the group. Oh, no. Amy said it's still light there. I like it in the... When is... Oh, they moved daylight savings times in November, didn't they?
Who?
Whoever controls it.
Oh.
Who controls it?
I don't know.
Who decides it's going to be daylight savings time?
Well, it was passed through the Senate way, 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 way back. So I guess they would have to undo it.
Will there be a September caboodle?
Oh, that's what we're doing right now. This is September.
It's the Green Acres Farm Fresh caboodle. Oh, it's a Sunday after Halloween.
Oh.
So yeah, November. Oh, she meant October.
Oh. I got enough problems, Lori. Don't confuse me. Like, aren't we doing September's right now?
Yes, October will be the mystery caboodle.
Well, I'm glad you asked. That's perfect timing.
Oh, no, she was waiting on that.
You can interrupt me anytime, Susan, because I'm going to get long-winded. It's like, just feel free. Don't wait for me to gasp. Do not wait for me to gasp. I have been going down this kind of rabbit trail of natural dyeing stuff. All right. And I've been doing a lot of that. And I've been playing around with batik, which is not natural dye, but, dyeing fabric. I'm kind of bundling it all together in my head for the sake of this conversation. And so we've been doing journal stuff with the caboodles for, oh gosh, what is it now? Almost 3 years?
However long COVID is.
for 2 years and 9 months,
Yep.
we've been making journals, and which I love making journals, and I have oodles of what do you call it? Ideas for other caboodles, but I don't have oodles of journal making ideas to go along with the caboodles, if you're following what I'm saying. I don't have something like new to offer you. I don't feel like I have anything new to offer you on the line of what to do with the theme. Like I said, I have no problem coming up with themes. I got plenty. I got a whole list full of them. Exciting ones, fun ones. But, what are we going to do with that stuff? That's be interesting. I'm just talking from my own point of reference. So I started getting the idea, well, maybe I need to switch up from always just doing journals with the kids to doing other things with the kids. So I'm going to try it out next month for October and see how that goes.
It's inked.
Huh?
It's inked.
What?
The stamp.
Oh, no, it's the initial one. Give me a break. I'm inking and thinking at the same time. Look, there wasn't even enough. Look at that. It was brand new. Leave me alone. I'm trying to think and ink. I'm not real good at either one. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I haven't put the kit together. I'm not sure how much of each thing and stuff like that. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show oh, I like that. About 3 different, don't quote me yet because I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking about 3 different ways to do batik. That's going to be the first fabric-like dyeing caboodle we're going to do. Because we really haven't done that together. I've made stuff and I put them in the kit, and then, you do your thing. Well, now you're going to have to do it. I'm not doing all the work for you this time. You're going to do it. Oh, see, it did the same darn thing. I guess there's a hole in the fence. That's all I can say. What's that?
If you had one of those Tim Holtz stamping.
Well, if somebody would get rid of their old one, I'd have one.
I think she.
So that's the plan, Stan. I don't, and I was looking at the calendar, and it's like, oh my gosh, this already needs to be ready next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going, holy moly. Okay, so another thing. Oh, that worked. I just need to put a little extra on it. That's okay. It still looks cute that way. I think we need a little chicken here somewhere, though. The small little chicken that's over here. All right. Now, a lot of the things that we're going to do, I'm going to have to film because they take time. There's a lot of gap in between. I am not anymore, and I know I did this to myself. I'm not saying you guys did it, but I'm not going to show how to do something and take me a month of lives to show you how to do something. It's what happens to me. The way I'm creative is I'm very spontaneous when I'm here by myself. I don't think a lot about it. I don't plan a lot. I just go with the flow. And when I have to chop it up all these weeks for this long period of time, I don't have any inspiration anymore. It's like, I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. I don't want to think about this anymore. It's not fun no more because there's no spontaneity and I don't even know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys, because you're all creative people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, look at the little chicken. How cute.
Oh.
So, so by the second or third week, I'm like, what are we doing here? I don't, I have no, yeah, I don't have any, like something, the juices for that project are gone. They're depleted. So, so I'm not doing myself a favor. I'm not doing you a favor. I'm doing nobody a favor by trying to create something when there's nothing in my brain to create. So these new things we're going to do, it's going to be fun. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have fun. At least I'm going to have fun. We're going to have fun. And I've got to, the first month, it might be a little, well, no, wait a minute. Let me backtrack. The first month's going to be fine when we do the batik because, it's all real straightforward what you do and how you do it. But when it comes to the natural dyeing, because batik does not use natural dyes. But after batik, we're going to be working with natural dyes. And I've been learning a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, what's the word I'm trying to say? There's a lot of information that's old information. And, there's been kind of like refinements on old techniques and stuff. So, in the past when I've mentioned something, somebody will chime in and say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But that might be the old way. So I'm going to try and show you or share with you. Oh, no, that's upside down or right. Oh, no. I'm going to have to test it over here. I don't know which way is up, which way is down. So I'm going to try and show you guys what I've learned. Oh, see, it was upside down.
What is it?
It's just a lot of writing of
Oh,
different vegetables and apples and cheddar cheese. It just has kitchen stuff.
yeah.
Oh, now I don't know which is the right. Oh, dear. Okay. So, okay. The further it is to the top, that's the top. Okay. So, I'm going to try and share with you what I've been learning and discovering. And I took a couple of classes so that I kind of sort of know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to preface this for you guys that what I'm going to be teaching, I'm adapting it for what we use fabric for. I mean, pretty much it's all the same. Oh, look how cute that is. Ta-da! I know you can't read it, but it's kind of cute. So what am I trying to say? I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, we're going to adapt it. So if you are a purist and, I know a lot of you are into felting and you're into different types of fabrics and know way more about that stuff than I do. I'm not going to be talking about how to dye things so that, it's sustainable as far as you wearing it and washing it and hanging it and sun exposure and all that stuff, because the only thing I'm going to use this stuff for is stick into journals or make a tag or a card or something with the different fabrics that I make. My goal is not to get a bunch of wool and spin it and dye it. That is not my thing. Not interested. Don't, that's not my thing. So I just want you guys to go in. Whoops. forewarned that oh, this is cool. Forewarned that what you're going to learn, you can very easily adapt and get more technical about it, because I'm not going to teach anything wrong. But at the same time, those of you that are experienced in it, you know, you might say, oh, Rosemary, you forgot about that. No, I didn't forget about it. I'm just not interested in it. Not to be confused. Oh, let me see. Oh, that one's cool. My husband would say it looked like a New York taxi cab paint.
Yep. Sure does.
That's what he would say. What are you doing with that New York taxi over there in that crazy journal of yours? So anyway, that's what's been going around in my head, and that's why, you know, I haven't gotten anything yet, like really ready. It isn't that I've been dragging my feet. There's just a lot involved. And I had to buy a bunch of natural dyes that I couldn't get here in the States. Either they were out or they wanted too much for it. So I had to go to the source. It still cost me a miniature fortune, but at least I have the stuff now to play with.
Is it legal?
They're all, unfortunately, they're all legal. Yes, they are all legal. And I'll show you guys in a second the book I personally made, book, journal, whatever you want to call it, to chronicleize. That's a word. That's not a word, right? That's not a right word.
The chronicle?
To chronicle. Yeah, is that just the right word? To chronicle? Okay. I had the wrong tense, or I had the wrong word altogether. Anyway, the little adventure. So I think it'll be fun for us. And it will free up time for me because I'll be doing the videos while I'm inspired to do it and while I'm excited about it. And you'll benefit from that excitement and interaction of learning to do these certain things. And then I won't be forcing myself to do something when I'm already like mentally done with it, you know. It'll be fresh and fun, and you'll be right there with me along when I'm actually doing it. This chicken's really big. I gotta get a different. Woo! I gotta get a different one. You think I need to clean my blocks? Look how dirty they are. Is there an easy way to clean these things?
With a wipe?
Huh?
A wipe?
No, it doesn't come off. Well, I should try again. I tried once, it didn't come off, and I gave up. I should just try
Cleaner?
again. A what cleaner?
Stamp cleaner?
Oh, that probably would work. I don't have any.
You know, they make cleaning pads.
They do? See, I don't know these things. I just don't know these things. Come on, footsies. Let's get the footsies. So anyway, so I thought we'd try that for a couple months and see how it goes.
Donna said use hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay, good. I have plenty of that. So that will be the plan for the foreseeable future. Maybe through, you know, let's see, October, November, at least to the end of the year. That's just three different months, and see how it goes. We may say, hey, yeah, let's do some more. I'd probably say, can we go back to the journals? Can we please go back to the journals? But but with what we're going to be doing, you'll be able to incorporate it very easily into your journal making, and I'll show you how in a second.
Or maybe we could just make a cantha quilt.
with the fabric we're dyeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just want to change it up. I want to keep it fresh. Fresh farm. Just want to keep it fresh. And if I'm not feeling fresh, well then I'm not giving you fresh. You know what I mean? It's not going to help you any if I'm not having fun what I'm doing. And I told you guys a long time ago, how long are you going to do this? Well, as long as I'm having fun. Well, doing the same old journals over and over again. Ooh, that's cute. I want to have a little more fun than that. Look, exactly how many I needed. You would think I planned that.
How many did you need?
I don't know. I just grabbed some and I did 2 of each of the stamps.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Linda said you need the alcohol wipe too.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Annie, ma'am.
I might have that handy.
Where you been?
Vacation.
Not that it's my business, but
She was on vacation, remember? And then when you come, oh dear. And then when you come back, you have to recoup all the time. Okay, now those were cool. I like how that came out. So, Enrico, oops, into the back.
and see, here's proof that you don't need to clean your stamps.
That's right. Can't clean it if you don't have any stamp cleaner. So, we have, in recap, we have Mr. Rooster. We have the taxi cabs. A list of fruits and vegetables. Some chicken picking through wire.
Chicken picking.
Yeah, chicken picking. And some kind of tickets for what? I don't know. I guess to win a turkey or a chicken. Recipes. Poultry party post. One of those fancy dancy ones. A recipe for and ingredients. 2 little chickies. A weather vane. From my kitchen to yours. Some more little roosters and a little weather vane post thing.
I don't
So,
even know how to accept that, Annie, ma'am. She said she ended up staying at this hipster hotel where the walls are dark and lighting is dim. Couldn't see a darn thing. Surrounded by men in tight pants and man buns. I was the oldest person by a decade.
were you the only woman there? I think you were at the wrong kind of hotel. Okay, so I'll do some kind of little, or maybe I won't do any decoration on that. Let the other people decorate it. Let the other people decorate it. Let me separate these. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I only do one of these? And that means I didn't have the right amount of cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there's those.
Oh, it was a hotel in New York City where the conference was booked.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, did the carpet have that smell?
Oh, no. What kind of smell?
I don't know. You know, like when you go to the movies and that carpet had that smell.
I can't remember the last time I went to the movies or what it smelled like.
And you can't quietly get up and walk away because you go
Ah!
to the floor, all that spilled Coke and crap.
Well, I remember when I stopped going to the movie theaters, when I read a report about how much feces are on the seats of a theater. It's the most filthiest thing. And then you're touching the hands and then you're eating your food. Like, I never went back. Yeah.
Pieces and remnants of Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I never went back ever. It's not worth it. Okay. You gotta go there with body armor. Yeah, like the most filthiest thing, and then you're sitting there stuffing your face with food. Oh, gross. Oh, getting the chills thinking about it. And not the happy chills.
Uh-oh. Somebody just hit a 3-run homer.
Somebody hit Homer. What?
Hit a 3-run homer.
Uh-oh.
That's Donna. You know, she's all up in that baseball.
Okay, we put that there.
At least she's talking. Last week we didn't know that she had been clicked out and was sitting in the dark for hours.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, Lucy said, "Okay, I'm never going to the movie theater again."
Okay, now I know you guys can't read this, and that's okay. You don't have to. But these are some of the dyes that I have, and these are like the botanical names of them, and then this is a little more common name, and then these are the colors that are extracted from these. So I sat around thinking, okay, I remember the old days when I very, very, very first started doing my eco printing, and I wanted to create, some kind of a way to catalog my stuff. I haphazardly, you know, where is it? I haphazardly have put all those notations here in this book of mine called Eco Printing Recipe Journal. I had to name it so I would know what it was. And so I have a lot of my recipes and stuff and things that went right, things that went wrong. And at the beginning, I referenced this a lot because I couldn't remember everything. Now I kind of have it in my little memory bank, and I refer to this less and less and less. Unless I do something completely new and different, then I'll put it in here so that I kind of sort of remember halfway what I did. So this was very, very useful in my eco printing journey. So if you guys ever really start one and want to get serious about it, I would seriously tell you get something. Even I don't even care, if it's this. Get something to write things down in, and it will make your life a lot easier because I know you'll think you'll remember. Trust me, you don't, because there's so many different, things that happen.
So
Um,
I think Lucy either has a question, a statement, or a limerick. I'm not sure.
okay, we'll go for it.
She says, "Rosemary, I am trying to make a licking dye, but
Uh-huh.
don't think it is working out right. Maybe my licking was too dirty, but it's supposed to end up a burgundy color. Takes about 6 to 8 weeks."
Well, first of all, it's lichen, so that's why it's not so dirty after a while.
The licking ain't to her liking.
That's right. Well, I know a little bit about lichen and lichen, but we'll address the lichen first. I know a little bit more about one than the other, but
Well, I know nothing about liking. And you just said okay and let me keep on going with it.
Well, because I knew it'd be worth all your effort. Anyway, so the only one that I've tried, Lucy, is one that gives a really beautiful green. So that's because that's what's around this area. I know that. What are you doing? Are you just soaking it? Are you cooking it? What you doing? What you doing?
Something, because her licking's dirty.
Well, it will be. Um, I've learned that some of those where they tell you to either put hot water over it or to boil it or simmer it or whatever, whatever the instructions are. Um, a lot of the natural colors, if you, okay, you know how a lot of us think more is better, and most of the time it's not. So some people think, oh, I need to really extract a lot of color out of this. I want more so I can get more color out of it. That might be true with very, very few things. Most things, you change the chemical balance and the color either goes away completely or changes into something completely different. I learned that the hard way. So I'm not really sure what's your technique?
In a jar with ammonia and water. She shakes or stirs every day for a couple of weeks and then once a day after that for 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, see, I haven't done that technique at all. So I have zero intelligent offerings for that.
She might have put in too much licking. I'm going to have to look this up because I think I've been set up.
Yeah, so you
It's
may
a
have put too much, or maybe you put too much ammonia. I mean, you know how it is. All these things are so delicate. You one thing off balance, it ruins everything. So
So is licking a fun guy?
yeah, it's sort of like it grows on the side of a tree.
Yes, licking is a fun guy if you get to know him.
Oh my gosh. That one went right over my head the first time. Did it go over yours too? You just made it up the second time around? Was it good for you, Popo?
The things y'all think of.
Oh God. So back back on track, people. So what I'm leading up to is that if you're going to go down this this path with us, which now I'm kind of concerned if I even want to go down the path. But if you're gonna want to go down, I would suggest that you make yourself a little recipe book of some kind, or get yourself just a
An
whatever.
instruction manual.
Yeah, something to start writing down your notes so that it's just an easy reference.
Oh, now she's talking about somebody said she should use urine instead of ammonia.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to back off of that one.
Good idea. Yeah, that person was au naturel with telling you about the urine, but yeah, but we won't even go Susan's route either. So okay, so this is what I did, guys. So I had, you've seen these books, right? I had a couple of these, so they were already torn apart because they were so fragile. So I decided to put it together the landscape style. I mean, yeah, format, because I went back and forth how I wanted to set it up, and ended up deciding on this. And then I had some of my rusted fabric, so I put that here on the spine. And whoops. And so then inside, what I've done is I made up all the pages are the same. Well, except for when for each signature, I just put some of I think most of them are unwritten ledger pages on the outer part of each signature. Okay. And so here I have the die swatch. My plan, this is my plan, which you are more than welcome to follow my plan, is on here and on this side of the page. Better to see it this way, I guess, because that's just the ledger page. My plan is the different kinds of things that I end up dyeing, and depending on the type of fabric and depending on a lot of factors, because you're going to be learning, if you don't know about these already, you're going to learn about, the mordants that you can put on, the, the scouring you have to do, the modifiers that can be added on, and how you can, change the colors and stuff like that. And so if you go down that path, then you'll be able to write down, like this one was with iron, this one was with vinegar, this one, whatever you decide to do. And then you can put your little pieces of fabric, little patches of fabric with your notation of what you did or didn't do. And then like the main patch, I would end up putting the main one here where I did nothing to it, but just dye it. And then you would see all the other variations. And then down here, we have the date that you did it, uh, the uh, the common name that most people would know that dye as, then the botanical name, and then the fabrics and the mordant and the modifiers if you use them, because not all of them are necessary. And then any additional notes that you want to remember, the mistakes or the successes, or what you would do again, what you wouldn't do again. And so for each die, you will have your all your info just right there at a touch. Boom, it's there. And then you just continue to do it, as many as you end up doing. And then even if you end up deciding that some of these dies you want to try them maybe on paper and stuff like that, well, you got plenty of pages here where you can put your swatches if you decide just to do these on paper instead of doing fabric, or whatever you guys decide to do. Who knows what we'll end up doing with all this stuff, but I figure if we start with something, then and there we are.
I can see Lucy's book. It'll be ammonia, PP.
Urine. This is where hubby peed. So then, okay, so I already did, before I decided this was going to be a rabbit hole, I was going to go down, as far with the caboodles and stuff like that. I already did the marigold one. I already showed you what I did with the marigold, right? And I did already the fabrics. I put little kits together of the fabrics, and those are going to go in the shop. So, and then all those fabrics are going to be perfect if you guys are, whoever is into slow stitching or embroidery, real embroidery, or whatever you guys are into with fabric and stuff like that, then you'll be able to use that. So there's going to be like 2 ways I'm going to introduce each die. And that'll be, if those of you that want to go down the dye path with me, I'll put little kits together of that. Those of you that just aren't even interested in doing the actual dyeing, then whatever color I did on that particular batch, obviously I did a bunch of fabric, and then those fabrics will be available in the shop, already done and ready, and then you guys can play with them, and you can cut little swatches off and still do your dye swatch book based on the fabrics that I'm already going to be doing for you guys. And I'll give you notations, the common name, botanical name, stuff like that, so that if you want to create the book, it's still a really cool way to present the fabric. And if you ever down the road want to get, maybe, circumstances change. Right now, you may not have the time or the desire to do all the stuff with the fabrics and the dyes and all that stuff. And if that day does roll around, you have all the information. You have all your like reference pieces to know, oh, I think I want to try that because I like that color. No, I don't like that. So let me try something else. Or, oh no, that dye is too expensive. Forget that. I don't think I want to do that. So anyway, so you can go down the rabbit hole with me, or you can just buy the fabrics that I produce out of the rabbit hole. It's all up to you guys. It's all up to you guys which way you want to go. But anyway, so we're going to do that for the next couple of months, so I can like get re-energized and be excited about, what we're doing. And then at the end of the year, we'll decide then if we're going to go back to doing the journals, or if we want to, do some more of the dyeing, or maybe switch back and forth every other month or something. We'll play it by ear. We'll play it by ear, because we all want to be happy doing what we're doing, obviously. That's what I would say. So, okay, so back to October. That's where we all started off. Okay, so with the batik, a lot of you probably, or if you are quilters or know anything about fabric, you've probably seen batik, at the fabric stores. A lot of quilters use it. I didn't realize that. Again, I've been doing my research. I didn't realize that a lot of hand quilters, or even machine quilters, are attracted to the batik. I still don't really understand that, because to me, batik's colors, well, I don't know. It just seemed counterintuitive, because when I think of, I guess because when I personally think of quilts, I think of the old quilts. So old quilts, are more muted. Maybe they weren't muted when they first made them. They got muted because they're 100 years old, right? But I
So
think,
they're asking questions. Are you still going to be doing Wednesdays and Thursdays? And
oh
Lori
yeah.
wants to know if it's going to be the to die for kits, DYE.
Well, that's funny, because my cards, most of you guys have got my cards. I don't even think you have ever read my cards. You, that's what my cards say. My cards say, it's in a little, very small. It says, Rusty Peacock, papers and textiles to die for, DYE. Can you see that? That's right on my card. So yes, we will. We will. Ooh, look, that looks pretty cool on that book. Hey, how about that?
Well, we don't all want your business card on the front of our book.
My book. You make your book the way
Oh,
you want it. This isn't your book. This is mine.
okay.
Hey, I like how that looks. That way, if I ever lose it, they can say, hey, you, Mr. Rusty Peacock. Although there's no phone number on there or anything. So. And it has my old YouTube name, just Rosemary Morris, not Rosemary Morris, the Rusty Peacock. Oh, well, maybe I
I
need new
think they
art.
could put two and two together.
Some people can't. Some people just can't. So, yes, we're still going to be doing, but
The difference is I'm not going to be teaching on Wednesday, Thursday, every Wednesday, Thursday, how to do this stuff, because that stuff is going to be taught on the video. If you purchase the kit, you're going to get the video, is what I'm trying to say. And the videos are going to be a wealth of information. Trust me. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with these dies. So you're going to have the benefit of me basically showing, don't waste your time doing this, because look what happened, right? It's a complete failure. So don't even try this. And this works beautifully. Do this. So I'm kind of streamlining your little rabbit hole. So yeah. So and so what we'll do together, for the benefit of, just doing something with the fabric, we'll work with the fabric during the week somehow. I haven't figured that. I haven't completely worked that through yet in my head, but we'll do something with it, for maybe the first week or the second week. But we'll still be here doing stupid stuff. It just means I'm not going to be looking at this chicken for a whole month trying to be creative. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Chili Bean? Okay, next.
Hey, Carla.
Forget what I was gonna say? Can't remember. Okay, so batik is like no pressure. There's no pressure in batik. Seriously, there's a lot of mystery around it. I think a lot of people go, but I know most people know it has to do with wax and has to do with coloring, and but how do you do it? And it's a resist and blah 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 blah. Most people kind of already get that, but they don't do it because they're a little intimidated by it. So we're going to learn like maybe 2 or 3 different techniques of doing the batik, the resist on there, and to make it fun. And we'll do that next month. And let me look at the calendar. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting nervous.
Yeah,
Oh,
because the 3rd is on a Monday.
oh my goodness. I only have a couple of days.
A week from Monday. So next week is it.
Oh, guys. Okay, hold on. Let me see. How? Okay, well, there's a lot of Wednesdays, Thursdays next month, so I'm not worried about that. If we're a tiny bit late, and getting stuff, it's not going to be no big deal. Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to have to do the video for you, because I don't know if I can, maybe the batik I can do live, because that stuff dries fast, and yeah, we'll probably be able to do all that live together. Okay, so what I'm going to be providing for you, just really quick, the fabric that we do the batik on has to be scoured. So I've already scoured all the fabric, because if you have anything on there, the dyes aren't going to work. It's just not going to work. So I have to scour everything, and then I wash everything, and then I'll cut up the pieces that we're going to use, and so all that's going to be done for you. All you guys have to do is do fun stuff. You don't have to work. And then traditionally, with real batik, well, there's 2 ways. It depends how you. Anyway, never mind. 2 ways of doing the batik as far as holding the fabric. They have a like a frame that the fabric is draped over and made very taut, and because you don't want the fabric touching your surface, because when you put the wax, if the fabric is touching the surface at your tabletop or whatever surface you have, it may go down and bleed, and it ruins the design that you're trying to work. So there needs to be air. It needs to be floating somehow. So they make these things. Anyway, the other way, the ones that have done it forever, they literally hold the fabric in their hands and they do the wax. like that because they've been doing it since they were 12 years old. Obviously, we will not be doing the hand holding of the wax. We're going to do the other. So a lot of individuals that do um, small projects and don't want to go through all the trouble of purchasing all those big things, a lot of individuals use the embroidery hoop. So it doesn't touch the surface, it's suspended, and you can manipulate the wax so that you get a clear, defined image. So in the kit, you're going to get the wax that you need, you're going to get the dyes that you need, you're going to get the fabrics that you need, and you're going to get the embroidery hoop to suspend your fabric over to make sure that the wax goes on properly. Okay. What you need to provide, I tried to find them cheap. I can't find them, so I didn't want to add cost. If you have a natural bristle brush, like the size of a watercolor brush type thing, something like what? Yeah, something like that or thinner. I don't know numbers of anything. This is a what I just called a round. There's no number. But, something like this, and it's a natural. I don't even know if this is natural. It doesn't say. See, it needs to say these things. And the reason I say natural is because the wax gets to a certain temperature, and if it's a synthetic, there's a possibility that it can get brittle and you just kind of like basically burn it up and it falls off. So I've used a synthetic before, and some have held the bristles intact, and then others have not. So you really need to get yourself a natural fiber, of a brush. So if you have that already, fantastic. Nothing you have to purchase. You probably do. Most people that buy, I'm gonna have to look up this company and find out this one does feel like a natural run. But anyway, so I couldn't find a discount on those to purchase them for individuals that don't have any in their little arsenal. So that would be something you would have to get yourself. A supernatural brush. Yeah, Gail, I know what you're saying. So you could, I mean, if you're gonna do something like this, just try it with your regular brush. And like I said, I have regular ones, and some worked and some did not. So it's kind of hard to know. Um, Gothic chicken.
I don't know what she's all acting crazy over there.
Who, Jennifer?
Yep.
She's trying to figure out what she's going to do besides the dye. She's just going to put her chicken and the Gothic one together. For those that aren't into the fabric, they're just going to go back and they're just going to try something new with old stuff. They're going to bring back the old stuff back again.
So how hot does the wax get? Good grief.
Well, the wax, you should not heat up the wax over, what was the temperature for the wax we're going to use? It's like about 120, 30 degrees. That's hot, you know. It really shouldn't be over that. It can go all the way up to, like when you're using encaustic waxes, those can go all the way up to like 190. Again, that's hot, right?
Well, then get you like a barbecue brush or something. What's that made out of?
It needs to be a fine tip. You're making little small. It needs to be very fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Just pretend you're painting something delicate. It needs to be fine. Well, Lucy, I would agree with you, but every single place where I did research for that, they told you not to use, a synthetic. Just plain don't use it. But I guess that's because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't work, even
There
at the
you go,
temperature.
Amy.
Hmm?
I was telling Amy. Amy said caboodle kit mashups, Gothic chicken or Frida on the forest floor.
Oh, Gail, that's a good idea. The silicone brushes. I guess if you had different size tips, for the fine, and but on some of them you need to get a little bit more bold. But that's an excellent idea. I have some. Where are mine? Let me see what sizes I have. That is an excellent idea. Let me see. Where are my brushes? The only problem with that, I already see a problem. The brushes pick up the wax. This isn't going to pick up it won't pick up anything. Because when you put the bristles in there, the warmth of the wax keeps everything else warm so that you can do its thing. Nothing's going to stay warm on here, and nothing's going to be there. It's only going to be on the surface, and it is going to cool down in a second. Before you can even get over there, you're going to have a little wax dome. So all I was looking at, I'm going, oh no, I don't think that will work. Next. Next. Okay, now the other thing, the heating element. Okay, when we did those of you that did got the encaustic kit, you have that that, whoops, that heating element that was a candle warmer, because that is the perfect temperature to melt the wax. Where is mine? Hold on, people. I gotta find it. So if you guys got the encaustic kit, it came with a little heating plate here that is meant for heating up the candle and those fragrant vaporizer things. But anyway, I measured the heat on those, and it's the perfect heat for the encaustic and for the wax that we're going to use for the batik. So if you have these, that's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some kits with these and some without. And that way, if you already have one, you're not stuck, buying another one in the kit. So there'll be some with and some without. So check out all the stuff you've got and see if you have something like this, and that'll work just fine. What else?
Could you use a Q-tip?
I've never tried that. I don't know.
You know the ones with the, like at the doctor with the wooden stick,
Yeah,
because they're not as cottony.
yeah. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know.
Okay, well, when Richard goes to the doctor and when they leave and put the discharge on the door, waiting for the doctor, go through the drawers and grab some.
He's going to the dentist tomorrow. Did he have him at there? I don't think so.
No, but you can get some bibs.
I don't want a bib. I don't need no stinking bib.
Get Peggy to get you some. She's always coming.
Oh, that girl, she's a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, she takes a big old purse to the doctor.
Yeah, you'll find, because this is what I use, but hold on. Where we go? Where am I gotta find my stuff. And the reason I'm saying you need your wax is, once you get comfortable and you really get into it, this is what you use on your wax. So you have your container and you dip, and this whole thing is filled with wax. Because this is copper, it stays hot, keeps everything pretty fluid, and there's a hole here, and then you trace around wherever you want that wax to go. But so you need a free flow of wax. So it's a
like a hookah.
well, no, there's nothing at this end. It's plugged up on this end. So yeah, so you need a free flow. So you might want to try all those things, but I think all that's going to do is frustrate you, because yeah, it's going to just completely frustrate you, because it may work for a half an inch, but then that's it. Because when you fill something up like this, or even when you fill up a brush like that, it's going to be full of wax, and you're going to get a lot of area done with that. And once you choose whatever article, whatever kind of brush you're going to use, that's the end of that brush for anything else except for wax, because you're never going to get the wax off, but you can always reuse it with your wax product. So keep that in mind. Don't use your favorite brush, because you're going to have to give it up to the wax. What else?
I don't know, Elvis. I'm looking to see if it says what temperature the Ranger melting pot goes to.
Ranger? What's that?
Yeah, Ranger. You know Ranger? Like
Ranger.
Tim Holtz works for Ranger.
Oh, they have a melting pot?
Yes, they have a melting pot.
They probably all are about the same, because you can't go over a certain amount, because almost everything will start burning. I mean, it'll start smoking. So, and if you're going to start working with dyes and your wax and all this stuff, if you're really going to get serious about it, your best bet is just to get yourself a thermometer.
It may get too hot. It says that it has a dial on it that goes from 200 to 250 to 300, and then UT, which is 350 degrees.
That's way too hot.
Yeah.
Let me, hold on again. Hold on again.
Hey, Leah.
Okay, so some of you, oh, this is what you guys are talking about? Hold on. I didn't even know that I had one of these. I mean, I know I had this. I didn't know what the name was. Are you guys talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay, this starts at 100. I use this a lot when I use you can see it's full of wax. And I just put it at the 180. There's a mark right there for 180. And that's fine.
Black. Okay.
So it goes from 100 to UT, right? So yeah, you can use this most definitely, but don't put it over that 180 at all. And yeah, you can use this. Perfect. I got wax down here right now. Oh, wax down here right now. I don't know what kind of wax that is. I don't want it to mix up with my other wax. I better just remove it.
Yes, Gail. It's like a pin nib.
And the reason I say to start off, I mean, I know a lot of you ladies, I used to be the same. I don't
I try not to do it anymore. When I get interested in something, I don't go out and buy everything the best quality to get that project done. I get the minimal because I might decide I don't like it, I don't want it, and I don't want to be Johnny selling it at a sale. I want to be at her sale when she sells it, but so I get the cheapest version of whatever I'm doing until I find out, oh, I think I really like that. Then I move up. So when I first started doing the batik, I started off with just a um, you know, a brush because I had it. So I didn't have to make any major investment. Then once I started really enjoying it and playing with it, then I moved up. But that was like a year later. I waited a whole year to even move up because I wanted to really make sure I really liked it and it wasn't just short-lived. So because these I don't remember what they cost. You can find some inexpensive ones, but even the inexpensive ones, you're still talking, one that will work. You're still talking about maybe $15, $20 or something. And if you're just going to use it once, why waste the money? When you can use the brush will work just fine. Just fine. Actually, for some techniques, the brush actually works better, to tell you the truth. It all depends what you're doing. So yeah, so if you guys got one of these, you don't have to buy one of these. Or if you have
Yeah,
one,
but you can get two for $24.95 on Amazon.
what does it look like?
Good night, Donna. It looks
And
just
what's
like
it made
that.
out of? Oh, okay, that's good.
It says whatever the name of it is, tool for making batik.
Yeah.
From Indonesia.
So that's what I'm saying now, guys. You're talking about $25 for something you may only use once. Don't buy it. Use your brush. If you end up saying, hey, I really like this, I'm enjoying this, I want to start investing a little bit more, then go get your other tools. But there's no need to go out and buy all that stuff. And besides, I'm not going to show you how to use that. I'm going to show you how to use a brush. So if you buy that and you go, but how do I use it? Well, I'm not teaching you how to use that. I'm teaching you how to use a brush. End of story.
Lucy said they're about $7 on Dharma Trading.
Okay. Okay.
Good night, Jennifer. Good night, Donna.
But again, remember, I'm not teaching you how to use that. Because that's a whole other level. And trust me, you're not there. And I'm not going to take you there. I'm trying to get away from the headaches, remember? Okay, so that's the heating source. So if you're interested, once I get all this put together, if you're going to be interested in purchasing the kit, then really make note. Do you need the heating source or not? Because it'll be two separate lists. Okay.
I don't think I could handle the double spouted one, Lucy. That'd be too much.
Yeah, you're getting a little fancy when you start doing that. Just a little fancy. What else? So based on what we've been talking about, was there any questions that
Leah asked if your knee was better.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, it is.
Oh,
Donna's gone?
Yep. We answered the Ranger melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
Donna wanted to know what you smoke with that thing. Gail wanted to know what keeps the wax from cooling down too much on a brush.
It's because it's pooling, not pulling, pooling in there. And it gives you enough time to do a line. It may be just a matter of seconds, but because it's pooled in there, you can do a proper line and then dip again and then continue, your project. So it's not very long, but it's long enough to make your lines.
So you have to know how to draw.
No, I'm going to include a pattern in there so that we're all doing the same thing, because you're going to be learning the principles of it. And then, you can do whatever you want after that. But no, you don't have to know how to draw. So I'll put a pattern, and then you just have to transfer that pattern onto the fabric. And probably what I'll end up, I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing. Usually what the batik artists do, they'll make a pattern and they make it really dark and they lay it underneath the fabric. And then with a pencil, they trace the pattern onto the fabric. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll just keep it simple. And you didn't miss anything, Auntie. We were actually kind of serious for the past few minutes. Weren't we? Or did you come up with something, Susan? I don't
No,
remember.
I know. No.
I think we were serious.
Artie Dar wants to know, do you have any examples of what you've made?
No, because I've sold everything I've made out of that. But I will have examples by the time I offer the kit, which means I have to get my butt moving pretty quick.
Yeah, in a few days.
Hello, don't give me stress.
You put that on yourself now.
Oh man, I could never do those Ukrainian Easter eggs. I love the Ukrainian dye. I have a bunch of that. I've used that for sprays, and I've used that for lots of stuff. I love that dye. But the real way they do those eggs, no way, Jose. I could never do that. Are you going? No, you're not going to destroy them at all. The I mean, you'll probably get wax all over the place, but it just, as soon as it's dry, it just pops up real easy. It's not going to burn anything. Yeah, I got a week. No stress. Thank you, Lucy.
I think she likes the stress.
That's what my husband says. It's weird though, because when it comes to going somewhere and being somewhere, I'm always on time. I'm not one of those people that's fashionably late. My husband, he can dilly dally and he makes me nervous. Like, we're going to be late. We're going to be late. And he's going, no, we got plenty of time. No, we don't. No, we don't. But I think when it comes to creative things, I like the stress, I guess. That's what he says. He goes, you like to get all stressed out. And I guess maybe it motivates me. I don't know.
Well, they say nothing makes a person more productive than the last minute.
I guess so. There's a lot of truth to that.
Man, it is freezing in my house.
Whoa. Well, it's not in here. It's not in here at all.
It's like if I drop it down 1 degree, it's so cold I can't stand it. And if I move it up a degree, then Betty's so hot she's bitching. So I'm like,
You can't win, right?
so I had to walk around with socks on. And do we need to keep a tall glass of ice water nearby to stick our fingers in? I would say yes. Keep some vitamin E capsules near.
Well, a hot glue gun is a lot hotter than this wax. So
Yeah,
if you've survived a hot glue gun, this will be a walk in the park. It's not that hot.
that's right.
Yeah, by the time you get it on the brush, it's a lot cooler than a hot glue gun, that's for sure.
That's why you always keep aloe vera leaves in your freezer.
Oh, you keep a lot of stuff in that freezer, don't you?
Yep.
Is it a walk-in?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Anybody walking by can just go in my garage and help themselves.
Oh wow. Well, la di da. Okay, so we've covered a lot of area, needless to say. So tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm gonna have the marigold fabric pack in the shop. I'm pretty sure. If it's not tomorrow, it's for sure by Friday. I need to have that in by Friday. And because we're not going to be doing the natural dye in October, but I've already done the marigold. So we're not going to do the marigold as a group. I'm just going to sell what I've already made because I don't have any more. I don't have enough marigolds to make another dye bath. I
Oh
used
my
everything.
God. Hey, Brenda, did you see freaking Mary? One of those gigantic industrial trash cans full of acorns?
Oh no, I didn't. I was talking with her about the sunflower seeds. Um, and she told me she was doing that with her acorns, but I didn't see the size of it. Oh my gosh. The
Yeah.
whole thing?
She is going to be like a squirrel chalking her nuts away for winter because that's a big trash can. It's like the one you tripped in the yard with.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, we're doing a trade and she's sending me a whole bunch of the seeds to those sunflowers that she's been chopping down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And um hey, Jar's there. Oh no, or is she
Oh,
back?
her phone died.
Oh, okay.
Good night, Pinky.
Good night. And so I'm gonna see if there's any way to extract any color out of those. Because there are some seeds that are really known for being able to extract natural dyes. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do with that. She's hiding. Yeah, she's getting a little squirrely there.
Yeah.
But she showed me because see, there's these certain sunflowers, like the regular ones that you eat, they have the white with a little bit of black. But
Yep.
there's others sunflowers where the seeds are 100% black. And then there's some that are like so brown, they're almost black.
Wow.
So those you might be able to extract either because there's this one sunflower that's called the Hopi sunflower from, I guess, named after the Hopi Indians, or they
Yeah.
named it. I don't know which way, but anyway, those are 100% black, and you can extract dye out of those. So I'm not really sure what it is that Mary has because she says they grow wild everywhere. She didn't plant them, so she doesn't know what the name of those particular sunflower seeds are. But they are very, very dark, but they're more on the dark brown side than black. So we'll see. We'll see.
So Brenda says, what do you do with yucca pods?
Well, the Yucca Pods, I think they're just really cool looking just to put, like, if you're doing some kind of a cool, what do you call it? A box or some kind of a display thing. I just think they're really pretty architecturally. I think they're pretty. But I'm going to concentrate on the seeds that she sent me. I didn't know there was going to be so many seeds. I got very excited. I go, well, for all those seeds, let's see if we can get some color out of these puppies. So I'm going to try and extract some dye out of those also at some point. So I guess I need to soak them first. I'm not sure because there's some things you shouldn't cook and shouldn't boil because it changes the balance of the color in there. So when you don't know, you need to start off by just throwing hot water onto them and letting them sit out in the sun and see what happens. You really have to do like maybe 3 different batches to see what color comes out better. One where you don't cook it, you just make it get hot, and then another where you cook it, simmer it, and another one where you just boil it to death. And then you got to see which one, if any of them, do anything.
You could pee on them.
And then if when all else fails, I got 2 male dogs.
There you go.
Oh, she's got a couple in her yard. Cool. Well, you never know. You might find out that they produce a nice color. I'll let you know.
You could always chunk the seeds over the fence and they'll drown out the mimosas.
Oh dear. Oh, that's true.
Did you do that? Get rid of those mimosas?
Yep. I went over to the lady. Remember I told you I got brave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that was the same day or the day after I talked to her. No, the day I talked to her. We chopped those puppies down, and Richard came out with that heavy duty stuff that he got at the co-op, and they tell I forget, I think it's called Sure Kill or something like that. It's what a lot of the farmers use when they're trying to get rid of stuff that they don't want in their fields. And you cut it down and you paint that thing on it, and it goes right to the root, and boom. And you have to be careful because if you've got other plants that you do want and the roots are commingled, it'll kill it because it goes right to the end of the root.
Oh.
But they didn't have anything else there. It's just the fence. So we didn't worry about that. So that's what we did. So
Dang, man. You just like kind of neighborly went and cut them down and then sneaky villainous over there poisoned them to the roots.
hey, I don't want to go do it every year. I only want to do it once.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they really do put off those seed pods, after you get through with the pink fluffy
See,
powder puffs.
I don't mind the powder puffs. I don't mind the flowers. I don't mind any of that. It's that sap that ruins everything. And
Yep.
it blows in the wind. It lands on your house. It lands on your car. Lands on your windshield. It even lands on. We have on the back in the alley. We have a fence, the chain link type fence in the back, and all that goops lands on there, and when we go to try to open it up, it's just all over your hands. And then there's this weird little bug. I've never seen it anywhere except on that fence, and they're eating all that sweet stuff off of it. I've never seen it. It's black and red and a really bright yellow. They're actually really pretty bugs, and they're on the small side. They're like the size of maybe a big ant, and they're just eating that stuff up.
Is it like love bugs?
No, no, they're long like an ant.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and they just love that stuff. So, and we had to pay, was it $1,200? I can't remember, just to repaint the top, the cab, the top of our truck, because
Wow.
it landed on there and ate it all up. Because we used to park it outside. So we stopped doing that. We were parking it inside, but it had already eaten away at the top layer. And my husband says, we let that go any further, it's just going to rust and we're going to lose the whole thing. We didn't have any rust yet, but it was so discolored. You knew that was the next thing. So yeah, we had to go. That's why it was like, okay, we do not want those things popping up there again. And plus these were right on our fence line, and they're big trees. They get big, it would just knock over our fence too. They were like, right now they were probably about 4 or 5 inches in diameter, and that was right up against the fence. They got a little tiny bit bigger. They were gonna start pushing our fence over, our wood fence. So they had to go either way.
Whether you like it or not, neighbor, they're going.
Yeah, with or without your consent. Well, Brenda, just looking at a mimosa, I would want one all over the place until I realized what havoc they run on your vehicles and on your siding and everything. They are nasty, nasty plants. That's why they look so pretty, because they say, "Oh, look at me, I'm so pretty. Come and put me in your yard." Oh, okay, and then you find out they're nasty.
I remember when it would rain, they would get on my mom and dad's car, and then when the sun came out and it dried on there, because we had a mimosa tree in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were nasty.
Yeah. It's really bad. Well, I'm going to be making a list pretty soon of some trees, and I'm going to give you guys the list if you have any of those trees. Like, fall's coming, you know, that's like the epitome. I mean, not the epitome. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Anyway, the best time to do the eco printing with some of these leaves, because all the tannin has come to the surface right before fall. So I'm going to make a list and see who has some of those in their yard. Some things work, some things don't. But usually at the end of the season, most things will work.
All I got's pine needles now.
Oh, Gail. Mimosa trees are really pretty. I mean, they really are. They look very feminine and delicate.
Yeah,
Their leaves and the flowers, everything about them is like fairyland
yeah,
until they land on your car.
yeah. And they're pink.
And they're pink, but they're beautiful as long as you just see them in a picture somewhere. And what's really bad about them is, you know, a mile away, somebody could have a mimosa tree, and that little puffy thing has the seed at the end of it. So that puffy thing can blow and blow and blow and blow and blow and blow, and then land in your yard. And before you know it, you have a mimosa tree. I can't tell you how many we've had to kill in our yard that have been blown over. And they're real easy to grow, obviously, because wherever they land, a tree starts.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She needs what list? Lucy needs what list?
The list of leaves that you want.
Oh, well, it's not going to do you any good, Lucy, because I don't know if they're going to work. I want to try them out.
Ooh, what's a hackberry tree?
I don't know. I never heard of it.
It has gooey crud. Looks like spider webs coming off of them.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Sounds sticky.
Tree.
Sounds worse than the mimosa.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Usually those creepy kind of looking, feeling trees, they print really good because they have so much stuff in them, in the leaves.
Sounds sticky.
Yeah, it does. Very.
That's like, I don't know what kind of tree I don't know if it's a cherry tree or I don't know what it is. But Betty cut some of the bottom limbs off.
Uh-huh.
And right about the time I had my bee situation, when the exterminator came the last time, I said, "Oh my God," I said, "is that honey all down that tree?" It was like an inch thick and maybe about, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches long, about 3 inches wide. It looked like golden honey, but it was sap.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what?
That's really bad for your car.
Yeah. Oh, she only wants one mimosa tree. She's got all that land. Just put it way away from the car.
You won't have just one if you have one. You can't have just one. It's like a Lay's potato chip. As soon as it blooms, you've got 100 million of them.
Oh no.
And they start popping up in the lawn, pop up in your bed.
Yes, they do look oriental.
Yeah. They're very delicate. Because they're in the, what's the name of that family of that one I'm trying to remember the name of that tree. It's really pretty too. It'll come to me. Can't think of it right now. Oh, it comes from Africa. What is that tree? You know, when you think of if you're looking at the plains somewhere on the Serengeti, and they'll show at sunset, and they show the silhouette of a giraffe and this and that, and then they have that certain tree that it's really tall, but it tops off flat on the top. You know which kind of tree I'm talking about, people? I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh well, that tree. No, it's not that. I love those trees too, Janice. It's another tree. That's a beautiful tree. Man, you guys know your trees.
What about a bottle brush?
What about it?
My grandma had those all down her driveway. Oh, look, my bottle brush tree is about to bloom.
My grandmother did too. It must have been a grandmother thing.
I guess so. She had the hydrangea and the bottle brush and yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my grandmother, she loved her bottle brushes. And she had, it wasn't a calla lily, but it was a lily. And it wasn't just the regular day lilies, because these, the plant itself was like, I mean, it grew and grew every year, but it was gigantic. You would have to thin them out and everything, but it was in the lily family. I don't think I've ever seen, after my grandmother's yard, I don't remember ever seeing that plant. And then go ahead.
We had a plant. I don't know what it was, but it only bloomed one time a year. And it usually, you had to get up in the middle of the night to see that sucker bloom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Midnight.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called. I don't know what happened to it. I guess.
Are you talking about the vine?
No, this was.
Oh, because there's a vine too that only bloom. Oh no, that doesn't bloom once a year. It only blooms at night. Never mind. I'm getting all that confused.
Okay, Ann said a bilbao, and Amy said a baobab.
Yeah. Well, same to you, Amy.
Oh, Gail hasn't heard of a bottle brush tree either. You need to Google a mimosa and a bottle brush. Oh, umbrella trees are cool.
Yeah, those are pretty. Oh yeah, I had one here, and it was growing really, really beautiful, the umbrella tree. And I think the moles that we have ate it. It just went, whoop. Yeah, the moonflowers. Yeah, that blooms at night. Those are pretty.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. A sausage tree?
Never heard of
I'm going to plant that right next to my biscuit bush, and I'll be in business.
And for a southern evening, you need to put that mimosa right next to it.
Oh, that's right. A sausage tree, a biscuit bush, and a mimosa.
Hey, we're coming. I got a little umbrella tree on the side.
Be sure and plant that umbrella tree right over that mimosa.
And when somebody wants to give you a rough time, say, Bullabab.
Boa
Like,
Bab.
you little Boa Bab, get out of here.
Isn't that what they called Satan?
I don't know.
Or that was Beelzebub or
Yeah, you got the Beazzle, yeah,
yeah.
you got that. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
have that. Oh, what is a rusty color?
The berries from the hackberry tree.
Oh, natural dye time.
Elvis has a flowering crabapple tree. Blooms gorgeous, medium to dark pink flowers, berries, but wow, they leave spots everywhere. Her neighbor
That's
complains
good.
because the birds poop pink all over her drive. Oh, it's pronounced baobab.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound quite as insulting.
Bay. He say bayo. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Beetlejuice. Oh, so for any of you that care, Sunday is Hocus Pocus. 1.
What does that mean?
That movie with the redheaded lady with the big teeth.
Okay.
Okay. It's a seasonal movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hocus Pocus.
I don't know. Artie's got her hands up. I don't know. She's getting religious on us or something.
Oh, it's Bette Midler.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to tell from the advertisement because it just looks like a redheaded lady with big teeth. Lana says she has beautyberry, calacarpa, and have been collecting the berries to use for a natural dye. I just learned that you can make jelly with the berries.
Hmm.
Oh, Elvis already has the whole schedule for October printed out.
And that schedule is where?
The
Schedule
October schedule, because you have the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
where? You say you've got the schedule. The schedule for where?
The October, I don't know. Oh, Annie Mame is leaving, and she's meeting up with a friend tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Does he have a bun? Are you going bun free? TV gang. What TV gang? I don't know what half you guys are talking about. Oh, that's what I should have said, Janice. What channel? See, I didn't know if that was YouTube. I didn't know if that was TV. I don't know what they're talking about. So you're talking about the Disney Channel. Oh, some of you are anyway. I don't think you guys are all on the same page. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But I thought this whole conversation said because you had it ready or you had it. I don't know. I mean,
No, Elvis does.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She has the whole schedule for October printed out. I guess what she plans on watching.
No, you started this by saying Sunday.
Sunday is Hocus Pocus.
Okay, where?
Oh, I don't know, on YouTube TV.
Well, we'll just rush right over to who knows where to go watch it. I think a few pages are missing. Yeah, from our brain. Okay, so Al is saying 31 Nights of Halloween. Again, where do you go to watch this? Or you just make it up in your head?
Hocus Pocus will be on Freeform.
Maybe in theater. Too much poop. I'm not going.
Ugh.
No
That's
way.
probably
Jose.
Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out in the theaters.
Okay, Gail says Disney Plus. Okay, I don't have Disney or Plus,
Me either.
so I'm safe.
I have Nick at Night. Oh, the first one will be on ABC on September 29th at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. So there's more than one of those movies?
No, but the first showing.
Also be on Prime and Apple TV. You have Prime, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
I have YouTube TV. I already have it set up to tape on Sunday. It's on Roku.
Okay. Okay,
Look
now
at
we're
them.
getting somewhere.
Gail knows all about that Roku now. Hey, Leslie, we talked about you earlier.
Hey, Leslie. Okay, my husband has Roku on next door. I don't have. I got rid of my TV over here. I never turned it on. So he's got it over there now.
She already told us that, Janice. That number 2 will be in theaters soon. It's already there.
It's
That's why
already
she don't go to
there.
the movie.
You don't have to wait.
The new movie's coming to the theaters. Hocus
Yeah.
Pocus 2.
Yeah. Along with the poop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she's recovering from a
no.
pulmonary embolism. Well, we're glad you're recovering.
Yeah, that's serious. That is very serious. No laughing matter.
No.
Nancy. Oh, Nancy's still here. Good. Nancy, listen here, girl. I used, not all, I used some of those leaves you sent me. And because I have different techniques. The technique I used, nothing came out. It didn't do anything. So I'm going to try my second technique. Well, I was going to do it over this weekend, but now I realize I have to be doing batik this weekend. I won't be able to be doing any eco printing. But my next eco print, I'm going to try my other technique, because sometimes I put alum, sometimes I put iron, sometimes I just put straight rusty water. I try different things because different things work with different plants. I know that tree is supposed to print. It's just that what I did something wrong and they didn't print. So I have to do the other and maybe it'll be okay. I'm hoping. I like the shape.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The shape of the leaf?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And, if I can get it to do what it's supposed to do, it'll look pretty. But it didn't cooperate. It didn't like what I did to it the first time. That's why, because that's the first time I'm using that, but I've seen other people use it and it comes out really nice. And that's why you need the little reference book, because now I can put in there, I did this, this, and this did not work. So I won't I won't do that again because it doesn't work. So that's a process of elimination of what to do with it. Ever try? I don't even know what that plant is. I've never heard of that one.
Catalpa.
Wow, I've never heard of that tree. There's a lot of cool trees out there never even heard of.
That looks like what Adam used, but I think he used a fig leaf, but They had the long seed pods that look like cigars.
Oh, cool.
Lana brought some home from Colorado.
Huh. Long string bean. Yeah, you might call it what she calls a cigar, you might call a long string bean. Because there's a tree. I won't even go over there anymore. There's 2 streets behind me. Every time I go over there, somehow I don't see it, but I always get poison ivy on me. So I don't even go over there. But when I used to go over there, there was a tree. It had a big leaf about that big. And it also had these big long pods about it almost as big as the leaf, and the leaf was gigantic. I wonder if it's the same thing. And I don't know what that tree was.
It's a catalpa.
This one I
Catalpa.
can't remember. I think the one that I'm seeing has I'm trying to think what those pods, if it had, how sometimes the seeds are so big that it makes, a lumpy. Oh, she said it. Hold on, people. I have to check out.
She said it smells like honeysuckle.
I didn't get close enough because you know me, I'll end up with poison ivy. That's it. That's exactly the one. Now I got to find it somewhere else because I will not go down to that street. Okay, so what is that called? Did you just sent me?
A catalpa.
Okay, then I do know what they look like, but I've never printed with them. Does anybody have Osage trees?
No.
Calling Osage, calling Osage. Anybody have any?
That was Meryl Streep, Osage County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty big. Some of those, Janice. Yeah, very big. But by the time I saw those, it was when I already knew don't even go in that area because you are going to get poison ivy. So I haven't been able to smell them. I'll have to go in another area of town, see if I can find some. Yeah, anybody have an Osage tree? I don't hear a yes. Do I hear a yes from anybody?
No.
I wanted to make some dye out of the bark. You can make beautiful orange dye out of the bark.
Welcome back, Amber.
Hey, Amber. Aw, Brenda lost her son. Oh, I can't even imagine. I could barely survive losing my pet, let alone a child. I can't even imagine.
Uh-uh. Let's see. Osage Bodock hedge apple trees. Oh, Brenda has Catawba and Osage Bodock and hedge apple trees.
Oh,
Well, good grief. She's got everything.
yeah. How big is her yard?
She lives on a farm.
Oh, I forget Brenda lives on 20,000 acres. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. Yeah.
Green Acres.
Yeah. I don't know what the Catawba is.
That's what I sent you.
Oh, okay. See, I already forgot. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Okay, Brenda. I need if you cut your wood down, save me some Osage for like the next storm you have and it knocks over a tree or something. Oh, Brenda's son was young.
Yeah.
He was just starting to live his life. Well,
I
that's
think he came back from the service with cancer. Um,
those burn pits.
but she was talking about that he passed away on the day of the Queen's funeral that he wanted to see. And I think he saw part of it.
Mm. Brenda, was he a victim of those burn pits that's been in the news a lot? They were trying to get funding for them because a lot of them did get cancer from that.
Oh, she said it's all the same thing. Osage, orange, bodock, and hedge apple are all names for the same tree.
Oh,
Oh.
I did not know that either.
Hedge apple.
I see. I've never heard of any of those.
I've heard of a crab apple.
Yeah.
We used to have these trees in the park down the street when I was a kid that had these gigantic green horse apples. Is that the same thing? They were like the size of bigger than a croquet ball, and they were just on the ground all over the park. And they called them horse apples or something like that.
Let me real quick. Oh, so we're gonna be 10. Hold on. See, in our parts of the land, over here, because we're close to Oklahoma, and the Osage Indians, I think they're from Oklahoma, and the tree is named after them, and you know that's how we know it around here. So, but I didn't know about the other names. That's cool.
Oh, yep, that was them big green lumpy bumpy hedge apples. Okay. She said yes, he worked the pits.
Well, ladies, I think I let you kind of know where my head is at and how I feel about moving forward and trying a little avenue to like re-energize my creativity. So I hope that you guys can come along on the ride with me one way or another, either participating or purchasing the fabrics that I end up doing. And either way you do it, you still could take advantage of making this cool natural dye diary, basically. And I think you can have fun playing along.
Or you can just come hang out with me while I make fun of her.
Yeah. Either
Her
way,
and Lucy peeing on their fabric.
either way, there's always laughs to be had here, either on purpose or by mistake.
Never at your expense.
And because I didn't really know what I was going to be doing when I put the little Amerigold kits together, I printed out one of these sheets. What does it look like? It looks like this, but double. So I printed out one of those because at one point I thought that if you cut that and if you were to cut it in half and fold it in half, you'd have like a card.
what, but it looked like that. I switched it over. I had it one way anyway. But if you had that and it said notes over here, and then you'd have a card that you could slip into a different into a journal. That was my first concept, and and you could even almost make like a tag, and that would be another way you could chronicle stuff. And then my idea moved around and around and around until I ended up with this. I started off with this concept. So this die swatch and notes 2 times on a piece of paper are already included in the little marigold thing in case you wanted to start with that. But if you're going to do it at all, you're probably going to want to do something a little configured differently. So that's why that's in there. I'm just not going to go through the trouble of getting it out of the packages. Just because my plan changed doesn't mean yours has to change. Okay, ladies, I'm going to let you go.
Is
And
Deneva still here?
oh, is Deneva still here? If she left, she didn't say she left. Deneva,
Deneva,
are you here?
come on, Deneva. I have a question for you. Lana said she's going to post a picture in the group of one of the prints she got from the Catawba tree.
Ooh. Amber, I know exactly what you're saying. I was watching somebody's live the other day, and they were asking a question, and nobody had the answer, and I just by some chance knew the answer, and I was like going to go over there and type it in, and I go, oh, wait a minute. This is not live.
Oh, no. Dadgummit, I can't believe Deneva is not here. I forgot.
What were you supposed to do?
Well, because I was going to ask her last week. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Last week, when she left for the night, she said, "Good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Eat your Mexican."
Oh, that's right. We never did figure that one out.
And I put in chat, I said, "Eat your Mexican what?" She was already gone.
She was busy eating her Mexican. What do you think?
Rosemary and I were sitting here backstage laughing. I'm going, "Do you see what Geneva just put in there? Good night, sleep tight, everyone, and eat your Mexican." God, I have to catch her tomorrow. She goes to church tomorrow, doesn't she?
I don't know. She'd have to probably confess if there's nothing else.
Geneva.
She's gone.
She's gone, and she didn't say good night. I don't know what she meant. I'll have to catch her on the fly.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies.
All
you
right.
guys have fun.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Go eat your Mexican.